Hey guys, and welcome to the Working Money channel. So we got Bitcoin on a daily here, guys, still vacillating in this level of support in this demand zone. Hit this level hard. Can't really find its way out of it. We still need for buyers to exceed sellers to really want that Bitcoin to make that price move up higher. Just gonna put it on the hourly for a second here. And nothing really to write home about. Still some low volume here. And if you look at XRP, kind of the same thing, right? We got some low volume, although over the last hour or so, there was a bit of a spike. Not too much movement though, about a half a cent increase. So we're still waiting on that volume to hit. And I think that this Binance listing could improve that volume. I'll talk about that in a second. First, I'm just going to go over some of this from King Solomon. And the Bank of England explaining that they are running Ripple as a proof of concept. This came out a couple of days ago. Proof of concept, DLT will be able to connect to the service. We have completed a proof of concept. They didn't spell it out in this document here. No, it wasn't that one. Was it here? For example, we will introduce read-write APIs and are exploring the ability to synchronize the settlement of a payment in sterling central bank money to be coordinated with the transfer of one or more assets. Where was it exactly? They talk here about a core settlement engine. However, XRP_owl will suggest this is 99.99% the Ripple proof of concept, just by the way they're talking here. And so then he links to the BOE SIBO speech, and here, Ripple proof of concept. Oh, okay, so here it is from Bank of England. We carried out a proof of concept with Ripple. So this is where it actually spells it out. So King Solomon does mention here that it could be an R3 proof of concept also, but really it's the same thing, you know? Whether it's R3, whether it's actually RippleNet itself, it's kind of 6 of one, half dozen of another, for those of you guys who know that saying. And I saw this on Twitter as well. This from David Watt here with regards to this King Solomon tweet. Okay, so this is the second part to this. So David Watt says, notice the plus minus 6 months for the decision due May 2020. So linking to this, talking about procurement and the technology delivery partner contracted May 2020. And then down here, there's a plus or minus 6 month time frame on that. So what does that essentially mean? Great catch, David. The technology partner contract could be anywhere from December 2019 to November 2020, says Lisa Daly on Twitter, real Lisa Daly. So these plans are scheduled to occur within the next year or so, guys. This is not some far-fetched reality that's 5-10 years away. This is all going to start next year. 2020, I think, is going to be a really big year for cryptocurrencies, as we know. 2019 was that weird transition year. 2018 was the negativity hangover after the 2017 bull run. Then 2019, we started to see companies come around. Even Brad Garlinghouse did mention this himself, with companies coming up to him saying, hey, we know you were trying to, sell us your product before and we weren't interested, but now we're interested and now we really want to have that competitive edge over our competition. Of course, Ripple realizing that this would all happen because they know how good their technology is. They're confident in it, and we're slowly starting to see all of this stuff roll out. Then we got this on Twitter here from XRP Boy. So Maxis, referring to Bitcoin maximalists, we're hoping to keep this one quiet, and it ain't happening. And I'm just going to play you this clip here from CFTC Virtual Currency and DLT Regulation Conference from the 3rd, which was the 3rd, was yesterday. Yes, yesterday, Thursday the 3rd. And this here clip discusses the proposition of stablecoins on the blockchain. Let me play it for you guys here.
In my view, stablecoins have great potential to expand the usage of blockchain technology. We all know about the inherently slow processing speed of Bitcoin and some of the other cryptocurrencies, vis-a-vis some of the existing electronic systems out there by private vendors. But to Commissioner Berkowicz's point, if there was ability to have a comprehensive blockchain-based system for swaps, and we know that ISDA, by the way, is creating protocols to help potentially advance that. If there was a comprehensive mechanism to capture swaps online, subsequent events, to move payment instantaneously that was valued instantaneously. Very, very powerful. Because obviously, if it's all happening on one system, reporting is almost a weird concept because the information is there to see all the time through oracles or whatever that the government might utilize. Stablecoins have the potential to help transactions internationally.
And to XRP Boy's point here, by the way, this tweeted out from @XRPBoy on Twitter, so thanks so much for posting this. Bitcoin maximalists have to understand the idea that Bitcoin is not going to be anything that the world transacts in because it is just way too slow. We talk here about stablecoins and how that blockchain system can utilize them to transact. And now this guy talks about a mechanism that can be used, an overriding mechanism. And so I think the mechanism he's talking about is RippleNet. He's not spelling it out for us fully, but the interoperability, the fact that there are so many possibilities with the Ripple blockchain. And yeah, I mean, at this point, it just seems like a sealed deal. I think one day, maybe 30, 40, 50 years down the road, generations of people today will be talking to their grandchildren about, in my day, they were saying that Bitcoin would be a national currency, but how could you use a currency that takes forever to transfer? And kids and young kids 40 years from now will have a big old laugh about that. Grandpa, people were stupid in your day. Anyway. Then this from Ian Northing. Okay, is this a coincidence? I think not. I don't know if Ian Northing is joking about this, but I found this really kind of interesting and funny as well. So Donald Trump saying, now the press is trying to sell the fact that I wanted a moot stuffed with alligators and snakes with an electrified fence and sharp spikes on top at the southern border. I may be tough on border security, but not that tough. The press has gone crazy, fake news. So what's a moot, Donald Trump? He obviously meant a moat. Moat around a castle. And then this came out essentially around the same time. Ripple CTO David Schwartz moots US dollar stablecoin funded by XRP. And this with regards to this Decrypt article here. So in a blog post outlining ways to improve the XRP ledger and wider ecosystem, Ripple CTO David Schwartz has proposed the creation of a stablecoin, a cryptocurrency whose price is linked to a fiat currency like the US dollar, that is collateralized with the XRP cryptocurrency. So first, let's get back to moots. So guys, if you don't know what moot means, it's subject to debate, dispute, or uncertainty, having or little no practical relevance, typically because the subject is too uncertain to allow a decision. When you hear people say it's a moot point because there's no point in discussing it any longer. Anyway, it was a slip of the tongue for President Trump here, but David Schwartz here obviously moots the US dollar stablecoin funded by XRP. So let me continue this. Typically, stablecoins involve one party looking after a huge supply of the fiat currency, which is used to give value to the stability of a cryptocurrency by allowing anyone to cash out at any point in time. But instead of trying its mooted stablecoin to a fiat currency, Ripple would back it with the equivalent amount of value in XRP. The key distinguishing property of this proposal is that the stablecoin is always redeemable for XRP on the ledger from a collateral pool, he said. This is a similar model to DAI, a stablecoin built on Ethereum that is collateralized with Ethereum's native cryptocurrency, ETH. Schwartz noted that the scheme isn't perfectly decentralized. Some organization or federation still must apply the price the asset is pegged to on a continuous basis, or the stablecoin will freeze. He said the issue is that even though a stablecoin can be created using smart contracts on a decentralized blockchain, it needs to know the current price of the US dollar, which means a centralized party needs to keep it up to date. There are solutions to this problem on other blockchain platforms such as Chainlink. Another concern with cryptocurrency collateralized stablecoins is that the value of crypto held in reserve could drop below the value of the stablecoin in circulation. That's not beyond the bounds of possibility. Given the volatility of the crypto market, with XRP's price in decline, it could make a stablecoin tied to a cryptocurrency a risky venture. So there was that article. With regards to David Schwartz and the fact that he moots the US dollar stablecoin funded by XRP, is there a connection here? Well, guys, then this just came out 32 minutes before I started researching for this video. So Binance to issue XRP-Pegged token on Binance Chain, Binance DEX. Is something up, guys? So Binance is in the headlines again after it was revealed that it is now set to issue an XRP-Pegged token on Binance Chain and Binance DEX as it continues to work towards its goal of wider adoption. So Binance now listing an XRP-Pegged token on Binance Chain, guys. This was disclosed by Binance CEO CZ, who tweeted, "This was supposed to be announced a bit later, but such is the nature of blockchain project transparency. Can't hide anything." Well, there you go. XRP on-chain pegged on Binance Chain and Binance DEX. Guess which floodgates this opens up? That from CZ yesterday. The total supply of XRP BF2 asset is noted on Binance Explorer was 10 million. Okay, so total supply of XRP-BF2, which is the XRP Pegged token. He went on to explain it will be a one-to-one backed on the blockchain. Given XRP is crypto, it is very simple to verify. More details coming soon. The Malta-based cryptocurrency exchange has previously introduced a BEP2 token pegged to Bitcoin, BTCB. So pegged tokens on the Binance DEX. With the increased selection of tokens available on Binance DEX, there should be an increase in trading volume and liquidity. This would further increase the utility value of Binance DEX. Guys, I will link this article in the description if you want to read it further. And then I saw this on Twitter from Lucas Bidovsky. That's at Lucas Bidovsky on Twitter, XRP BEP2. And some people are asking, what does this all mean? Well, Binance DEX will list XRP pairs so you don't need a centralized exchange to trade them. See Chung down here saying CZ Binance delivering promises as always. So guys, increased liquidity for XRP, essentially meaning that the barriers are slowly dropping for people who want to trade XRP. And the ecosystem is growing. Volume will grow, and as we see that volume grow and build, there will be more demand for XRP. Thus, the XRP token will eventually command a higher price. That's just how supply and demand works, but I want to hear what you guys think. Please subscribe to the channel if you haven't already. Like the video if you like the content I'm providing. I always love hearing your comments. See you in the next one, guys.